Typhoon Doksuri has seriously affected China, making landfall on the eastern coast on July 28th and causing extensive flooding in the southern region. Afterward, its lingering currents continued northward, bringing extreme rainfall and affecting an estimated 130 million people. More than 1 million people had to be evacuated in an emergency. No one expected that its landing in southern China would cause extreme rainfall thousands of miles away in places like Beijing, Tianjin, and Hebei Province. From the evening of July 29th to the morning of July 31st, many parts of Beijing saw non-stop rain and fast-running rivers. Reports by Chinese official media showed that the Forbidden City was inundated with water on July 31st. The Forbidden City has never been flooded over the past 600 years. Its drainage system was effective until July 2023. There are dragon heads carved on each floor of the three main palaces of the Forbidden City. There are thousands of them. Their actual function is to drain water. The ancient wisdom for managing floods was to drain. In response to the Forbidden City being flooded, officials of the palace administration said that the drainage system of the Forbidden City was a very complex system, and they found plastic bottles, plastic bags, towels, and even clothing in the trench, which blocked the drainage. Yet, public comment suggests that the Chinese people don't believe such an explanation. The Forbidden City was temporarily closed on July 30th and 31st. The Chinese emphasize feng shui and omens. As the residence of the Ming and Qing emperors, the Forbidden City was never flooded in 600 years. So, the sudden inundation is interpreted as not a good sign. A China expert living in the US commented that during the Ming and Qing dynasties, the drainage of the imperial palace was well designed, based on the river basins of the entire North China region and according to the conditions at the time. It stressed the unity of man and nature, and water was able to quickly discharge from the various water systems in rural areas. However, after the founding of the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, it began to manage the rivers on a large scale, resulting in many important ones disappearing. The land was converted into buildings, and Beijing gradually expanded into a megacity. The urban development has led to problems with Beijing's overall drainage system, resulting in the water in the Forbidden City being unable to flow out. In this wave of flooding in Beijing, flash floods erupted in many places, and the disastrous situation escalated to the point that the Beijing Hydrological Station upgraded the weather report to a red alert for flooding. Fengshan and Mentogao districts were among the hardest hit, with roads, bridges, homes, and fences washed away. The floods ransacked local warehouses and homes, and communications were cut off in many areas. It's flooding, flash floods. Oh my goodness, it's rushing down again. What are the people supposed to do? We can see villages trapped by floods, and people are standing in knee-deep water. The roads are inundated. We can't tell where the river is or where the road is.
Look at the flood. It's really something. I just came out to take a picture, and it wasn't that much. It only took a minute. It's now getting so big. It's crazy. Don't bring children to the street. My gosh.
对，上面清水都从太平庄出来的水。下的大雨，你看看，下的特。
It's raining heavily today in Beijing. You see, it's raining heavily. There's only one truck moving fast. All other vehicles are moving slowly. You have to look out for people on the electric scooters, right? Otherwise, when a car passes by fast, it splashes and covers us with water. Wow, so much water. We can go boating here. One can even swim under the bridge on the street. Friends, you see how much rain there is in Beijing. How frightening. It's too much rain to walk. This is the subway. There's no one except the staff. Such heavy rain. There's no one anywhere. Let's go downstairs to see if there are people there. See, it's the same. There's no one. Okay, there's one subway rider. The subway is empty today. Beijing, a first-tier city, has no one riding the subway. Isn't it odd? It's raining heavily. The whole station has only 2 or 3 passengers.
Yes, there are people inside. Oh my goodness. We see people trapped in their vehicles, and the water is as high as the bridge. Floodwaters have encircled the village. Even though villagers kept their doors tightly shut, floodwaters continue to gush in through the cracks.
The water has risen to the bridge. No one is allowed to cross the bridge. If you have family members outside the village, please notify them not to return to the village.
This town in Beijing's Fangshan district has been inundated.
This is the flood in the Beijing village. Look at all this. The first floor of my house is already inundated. This is the village.
Do you see that wall? The water was just as high as that wall earlier. Water in the river. It's almost reaching the second floor now. Too much water.
Wow, and this craziness.
This is the situation in Fangshan district on July 31st. Floodwater encircled villages and vehicles were swept away. This water comes fast. These vehicles are finished. This one is about to get on the platform. Goodness, the water on the hill all came down, washing away all these packages. There is nothing we can do about it. Flash floods. Hey, do you know what it means by floating on the water? That damn car is floating. The water is almost reaching the platform. This rain is heavy. Look at the stuff floating on the water. Now, down this platform is 1.2 meters high. How deep do you think the water is? This flooding is ridiculous. It's over. All these packages are washed away. It's over. It's over this time. The packages are all gone. People are trapped. It's crazy. It's all ruined. Big trucks are washed away. It's over. That truck is mine. It's gone. It's gone. It's my truck. Finished. Everything is washed away. There is nothing left. Just some iron shells left. It's heavy and not washed away. This is the scene in a village in Beijing's Fangshan district after floodwaters ravaged it. In Beijing's Mentogao district, persistent heavy rainfall triggered flash floods that swept away many vehicles, one after another as if the brakes had failed, only to be swallowed up by the turbulent water. At least 2 people were found dead in a river.
Do you think there are people inside? I don't know. There's nothing we can do even if there's someone inside. Look, it's washed away. The tree fell and scared me. It's so scary. Oh my goodness, such a big tree was down.
太吓人了，我的天哪，树都倒了，这么大个树都给干倒了。我的个妈
Holy moly, this side will be flooded too.
肯定也得慢慢也得被淹了。
A few of these neighborhoods are flooded.
整个路都塌了，刚才都塌了，吓死了。
The entire road collapsed. It's all collapsed. It's scary. The road over there caved too. Look at the road. It's all gone. Vehicles disappeared. Oh my gosh. What am I going to do? What do? We aren't safe anymore.
我们怎么办啊？我们怎么？我们已经不安全了。
Data from the Mentogao District Emergency Bureau showed that about 5,000 people were evacuated from the mountainous area in an emergency. Flash floods besieged villages. It was like the end of the world. A person drowned. Watch out, it's South Dayu Road.
My gosh, look. My goodness. Are there people inside the car? Its lights are on. Yes, there are people inside. Oh my gosh, it's too late. It's dangerous. Oh my goodness, look at it. There's still people in it. Mentogo, it's finished. It's flooded. Do you see the bus? It's about to go under. There's still people in it, but he isn't fleeing. Come look, more vehicles.
Wow, even the guardrail washed away. Wow. The guardrail is all washed away. The guardrail is all washed away. Hey, this river is almost full. It is now July 30th at about 3 p.m. It's the Liangshui River in the Fengtai district of Beijing. The water level is almost as high as the bridge. It's just a little bit short of the mark. July 31st, 7 a.m., underneath the Shougang Bridge on the Yangding River, there was a lot of water. It's said the discharge of floodwaters has begun at this time, and we can see multiple cars drifting in the water. What should we do? Look at this, my gosh, the bridge over there collapsed. These cars got washed down. Oops. The cars got washed down. Yeah, I heard a vehicle coming down.
Here comes a big vehicle. There was a cab earlier. You see, a few more got washed down. Wow, such a big flood. What should we do? So scary. The entire vehicle is done?
It's done. Oh gosh, I wondered why these vehicles had lights on with people inside. It was the bridge. It just collapsed. It just collapsed. Oh crap, this is horrible. This is the rain in Beijing. This is the river in front of my home, the Liangshui River. There is about a meter before it reaches the bank. My gosh, this is hopeless. Don't buy cars anymore. Buy boats. Wow, that's someone who cares more about a car than his life. This is the Beijing Daxing International Airport. It's flooded too. According to official reports, as of August 1st, the flooding had killed at least 11 people and left 27 missing in Beijing. However, the official figures are questioned by the public. The official media reported at around 5 a.m. on August 1st that the Chinese military deployed 4 transport helicopters to fly urgently to places like railway stations to carry out airdrop rescue missions. 3 local trains were trapped while en route, and the flood had some sections of roads cut off. The 4 helicopters airdropped 1,900 packages, including self-heating instant noodles, ham sausages, marinated eggs, bread, and mineral water, as well as ponchos, blankets, and other cold weather items to the stranded trains. Floodwater had besieged the train for 24 hours, and passengers had gone on without food and become agitated and unstable.
Listen to me. We will have food soon, and it will be ready in a minute. The meal will be free for everyone. Make sure you don't crowd, okay? Everyone goes down the aisle to pick up the instant noodles. I'm a woman, and I'm someone's child too. I wear this uniform, and I will do right by everyone.
A flood hit Beijing in 2012 too due to persistent heavy rainfall. In one day, it received 190.3 millimeters of rainfall, which was described as the biggest rainstorm and flood since the CCP took power. More than 1.6 million people were affected at the time. But Beijing municipal authorities have said the recent heavy rainfall has caused more damage than the flooding in July 2012.